Well, I got another one of these boxes. These lot sales on eBay. It's where somebody has a whole bunch of similar items and just doesn't want to bother listing them individually, so they do a whole big one-shot deal. This one is all related to chopping wood. And like the box I got the other day, every single piece in here is individually packed, well, except one. I try to replace all my splitting wedges. I split wood by hand. I don't use a machine. And my splitting wedges have a tendency to get all buggered up by the end of the year, after I've split 14, 15, 16, however many cords with them. And what can happen when that starts is they get micro fissures, cracks, and when you hit it with the hammer, pieces can fly off. And they can fly right into your body. It could be very painful. It can even be fatal. So you got to watch it when you start getting wedges that are kind of old. I mean, you can grind them down. If you don't know how to do it properly, you could take the temper out of the steel, the hardness, and then they're just going to mush them over even faster. I like to call these Lizzie Borden hatchets. You know what? That is actually a Craftsman. An actual Craftsman hatchet. That's got to be, my guess, 1940s. Possibly even 1930s by that logo. Well, that's nice. That wasn't why I bought it, but that's just extra stuff that came with it. I really only bought it for the wedges, because he's selling essentially brand new wedges. USA made by Stan Lee, most of them anyway. For the price of a buggered up, nasty, beat to death one, I really couldn't pass that up. I bet you that's a fire axe. You can even see the red paint on it. See a TG. That's not even used. Look at that. You know, the perfect edge. Not all buggered up back there. Still see the machining marks. Huh. But no maker's name on it. But that's going to be USA. It's too old otherwise. That's going to get a handle. Wasn't really sure about those when I saw he was selling them, but I said, you know what? I always use an extra axe or two lying around. Why not? Keep one in the car. Just keep them handy. This one's got more use on it. Also red. Another fire axe. You can see it's a little peened over back here. That's been being used as a, hitting it with a hammer to force it through a piece of wood, instead of using a wood wedge for it. Or a big splitting maul, which you should, but the edge is good. Nobody's been grinding on that. Which really, like, again, if you don't know how to do it, you take the temper out of the metal and it's ruined. You have to reheat treat it. Who the hell's going to go through that trouble? Oh, this is why this package. This is actually a 65 or 68 pound package. Mostly because of this. A true temper 16 pound head. I don't know who the hell swings a 16 pound, basically a maul, I guess. I don't know, but that is heavy. And it takes a standard maul handle. I might put a handle on that just for the hell of it. Just because I have it, I didn't really have to pay extra for it. And here's one of the wedges. See, it's really not used much, and this is... I can't really see, but it is USA, so that's really all I care about. Look at the edge on that. The paint isn't even off it. Nobody really split with that at all. Now what happens is, when you hit this head, it starts to mushroom over. And it'll get really bad. It'll really literally look like a mushroom, but it can start splitting off pieces here as you hit it with the hammer and fly off at you or elsewhere. And yes, you can regrind it to that shape, but that takes a lot of time. Wedges are not that expensive, even though the USA ones get a little harder to find. And if you don't do it right, which really you have to do it slowly and with water, a lot of water, so you don't take the temper out of the steel. There we go. Oh, another biggie. This is the other reason why it was so heavy. PD. I wonder if that means police department. Don't know. And it is a True Temper, USA True Temper. They don't have a weight on that, but that's at least 10 pounds. Somebody liked big hammers. But they have their uses. Sometimes you really got to bust something up. Another one, not used at all. Look at that. No sign of use. This one I wasn't really sure what it was. USA. That's okay. Brand new. And the size I use. It's always good to have 3-4 of them lying around. And I got all kinds of those gimmick wedges, you know, the ones that blasters and split the wood and all that shit. And they work. But nothing really beats a good old-fashioned. Look at that. Stanley. 5 pound. Only a few little hammer marks. Barely used. It's got more rust than use on it. And this, I got this for 1/3 of the price of what a brand new Chinese one would have cost. Because this was a lot. Somebody had a whole bunch of stuff and they said, I'm never going to split wood by hand. Why would I want that? And they sold it. Here's another one. This is the mate to that one. Another Stanley. No use. Look at that. No, not even hit. Not even hit at all. That's going to split a lot of wood this winter. Again, every year I go through a couple of them. It's always good to have extras, because you never know. And that's the end of the box. That one. But that was a heavy one. The mailman was straining under this one. That's the good thing about these flat rate boxes. I've actually shipped lead in these boxes. I think the most I ever had up to this was 70 pounds of lead. In a box like this, I actually double boxed it, almost like he did here, but with actual 2 boxes, and a whole roll of tape. And shipped it that way. Yeah, they hated me at the post office that day, but they say, one rate, any weight. So that's what we do. And that's the haul for today. There's another big lot of tools coming probably early next week. That one is more conventional tools. But it's always, you know, I always like to show this stuff. Maybe somebody gets something out of it. I kind of like that Craftsman. Still guaranteed to this day. Nice hatchet head too. A little peened over there, but not bad at all. I'll take the rust off of that. Put a handle on it, which is easy enough to do. This is a standard hammer handle, really. And these axe heads would be nice. If I don't use them, I know someone who will. This one I like. This one I like. This is almost like the one on the back of the weapons carrier there. In fact, it is the one on the back of the weapon. Pretty much is. Yeah. Except this one was used by the fire department, I guess. Or it could have been in a building. Just wish I had a maker's name on it. See who made it. Always like to know who made my stuff. TG. Here come anybody's initials. But it's old enough that it's almost certain to be American made. Yeah, that's got to be 50 years old, maybe. Look at the patina on there. My guess is it is. Well, there you go. Ugh. Do some weightlifting with that. Oh. Looks like we can get a thunderstorm any minute here, so I better wrap this up.